Sonic's point of view.
I woke up to the sound of my alarm clock and the beautiful morning sun shining into my cave. Aw man, that party last night was wild! Well, I'd better cross off 3 things off of my bucket list. Own an electric guitar, be part of a family, and have the craziest, wildest birthday party ever. I said as I crossed those items off the list and got ready for the day. I could smell breakfast cooking, so I dashed downstairs. Good morning, Pretzel Mom, I said excitedly as I sat down at the dining table.
Good morning, Sonic. I'm afraid Tom isn't here because he went to pick up Jessica to bring her home. You see, her sentence is over.
Pretzel Mom explained how she put breakfast on the table. Whoa, this month went by fast. Not saying a lot coming from the fastest thing alive. I'm excited to see her when she gets back. Hopefully what I did to help her was effective, I said as I got lost in my thoughts as I ate.
What are you thinking about, Sonic?
Nothing serious, just a little nervous, I guess. So when does Donut Dad return with her? I asked curiously.
They will be back by lunch.
Then she scratched me behind my ears, which made me purr loudly again. Who knew I could do that? I certainly didn't until Marina discovered it.
Wait, Sonic. Are you purring?
I guess so. I think it happens when the back of my ears are scratched. The only other time I had that happen was with Marina at our movie marathon weekend sleepover. I replied as I shrugged.
Wow, you really didn't know hedgehogs could purr, let alone alien ones? Even with Coco living in your cave?
Well, technically it happened the first time before I met Coco, so yeah, I had no idea. I replied with a sheepish shrug as I finished my breakfast.
I know I should have expected something strange like this, but it's still strange. You don't sound like an earth hedgehog when purring. It's more like a cat.
Oh really, I don't? It must be because I'm an alien hedgehog. So what do earth hedgehogs sound like when they are purring? I asked in curiosity.
I'll explain when you get back home from school. How's that for a deal?
Pretzel Mom asked me when I too realized that I should be heading to school by now. Perfect, I'll see you after school, Pretzel Mom. Bye, I said as I dashed around the house and left for school.
Jade's point of view.
Me and Veronica arrived at school just in time to catch some footage of Sonic hanging out with his friends.
Jade, other than proving that Sonic is still on Earth to the government, what does filming his everyday life do for us?
Veronica asked skeptically, which just made me roll my eyes. We need this just in case something useful happens while our phone cameras are rolling, so we can catch it instead of missing it because we were too busy taking our phones out and getting them ready to record what's happening. I explained seriously as we turned our attention back to Sonic.
Hey guys, last night was a great party.
We heard Sonic say as he high-fived his friends.
Also, I got some news. Jessica's coming home today. She'll be back in Green Hills by lunchtime.
Veronica, did you hear that?
Yeah, maybe we should get this up. I mean, this was only started as a way to get revenge, but now that she's home, it's kind of a waste of time to continue this, don't you think?
Maybe, but just in case, let's keep filming. We can even get Jessica to help by getting footage that's close up.
Alright, but I thought those two hated each other, so how is she going to do that?
Oh, I guess he didn't hear, but Sonic said he got through to her, so he trusts Jessica and that will be his downfall. I explained in frustration that she didn't already know this.
It was now lunchtime and the Blue Angels had just sat down on the table.
Hey guys, I wrote a song. Do you think we can play it later today?
Sonic asked excitedly as his tail wagged happily.
Really? Yeah, totally. That is awesome.
Marina said happily as Sonic was about to hand the sheet music to each of them when he realized what he forgot.
Oh no, I did not make a part for you, Marina. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot.
That's alright, Sonic. I'll let you have the spotlight until then.
Marina replied reassuringly. Then Sonic gave the sheet music to Joey and Crystal.
I wanted to show everyone why I don't deserve to be taken by the government. So I thought, hey, why not make a song out of it? So lyrics-wise, what do you think?
Sonic told them as they looked it over.
I think it's brilliant. I can't wait to play it with you guys.
That's great, cause I can't wait either.
I have an idea. After all, tomorrow night is the musical showcase. We needed a second song anyway for that. So we better practice thoroughly so we'll be ready to play it tomorrow night.
So let me guess, the other song was written by Marina, right?
The group nodded in confirmation. Then Jessica walked up to them.
Hey Sonic, long time no see. I just had to see you as soon as I got back. And I'm so sorry to all of you for everything I did. not just the kidnapping.
Jessica told them nervously because she wasn't sure how they would react and was afraid they wouldn't forgive her.
Of course we forgive you, Jessica. That's all in the past now.
Sonic told Jessica reassuringly as he held up his fist ready for a fist bump, and Jessica happily obliged.
So what did I miss since I have been gone for a month?
Well, we had that movie marathon weekend, and Coco was the winner for the best of the three. Then we went on a picnic the next day, and I met an earth hedgehog who now lives in my cave. I named her Coco, and she is super precious. And lastly, I had my birthday just yesterday, so I am now 14, and you will never guess what I got.
Sonic told her excitedly as tears of joy started to form in the brim of his eyes as the memory of the beautiful gift he received played back in his head.
Well, that's very interesting. So, what did you get?
My very own electric guitar, and Tom and Maddie adopted me.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could have been there. I'm so happy for you. Congrats.
Jessica said with a sad smile, wishing she could have been there during those moments.
Well, actually, I did capture the moment Sonic met Coco, and Tama asked me to film Sonic when he was opening his presents, so I got that too.
Then Jessica watched the videos in pure delight. Tears of joy fell from her eyes as she watched the birthday video at the part where Tom and Maddie was giving Sonic the adoption news.
Oh, that's so beautiful and sweet. And the way you met Coco was kind of funny. In the good way, I assure you.
Jessica said once the videos were finished.
Oh, I do think it's funny, but not for the same reasons you probably think it is. Out of all the time and years of my isolation, this scenario or anything close to it has never happened. Until that day. So we laughed at it for the irony.
Wow, really? Well then, I'm glad you were able to get that moment in history on film.
Yep, I even sent it to Donut Time Kratzlma, and they loved it too.
Sonic added casually. Jade's point of view.
I just finished recording the conversation and turned to Veronica in rage. I can't believe this. Sonic tricked Jessica into being friends with him. Oh, he's really going to pay now for manipulating our friend. I said, feeling outraged at this, especially since they fist bumped together.
Well, calm down, Jade. I'm sure it's just a huge misunderstanding. Maybe he helped her see where she was wrong when she took things too far. In fact, now I'm starting to think we're doing the same thing.
Veronica said, trying to calm me down and think rationally. However, I didn't listen. I'm not as weak as Jessica is, apparently, so I wasn't going to give up that easily. You're overthinking this, Veronica. Now come on, we're going to talk to her and make her come back to her senses. I mean, just look at this. She even said hi to them first and not us, her best friends. I said in annoyance that she was questioning my thinking. Then we walked up to Jessica. Hey Jessica, we need to talk. So please come with us.
Alright, I'll be back, guys.
Jessica said casually. Then we walked into the hallway.
Hey guys, I missed you so much. So what did you want to talk to me about besides catching up with you for the past month, of course?
Jessica asked like nothing was wrong. How could you let Sonic manipulate you like that? He would think out of all the people to see first, when you came home it would be us. Now you're kidnapped victim and his loser friends. I said, venting out my frustration.
Whoa, Jade, calm down. That is not what happened. He just had conversations with me about his past, so I understood him better. And he was right. I shouldn't have done that to him. He's already been through such trauma that started when he was just 3 years old. I am done being a jerk to everyone, besides you, of course, since you're my friends. And they forgave me too. So if you're mad that I was talking to them, that's why. I had to apologize for everything I did. Not just to Sonic, but to Marina as well. That month in prison opened my eyes. So I'm done with being a jerk.
Jessica explained to us defensively, which made me angrier. Well, too bad we don't think the same way. I'm going to film Sonic to prove that he is still here, and we'll see what happens after that. For example, see if him hiding from the government was necessary or not.
Well, actually, I was thinking about how to solve the government problem, but this is not the way to do it. I'm going to make my own, but it's of him playing at the showcase tomorrow night, with his consent, to show he's just like us, just not from Earth, that is, as human as we are. Tom was right, just a kid like us, who doesn't deserve any of the torment nor anything of the sort. In fact, he's the purest person I've ever met.
Jessica said very defensively and very seriously with a look that could kill. Sounds like a competition to me. Good luck, I said as me and Veronica walked away without saying another word.
Jessica's point of view.
I wasn't going to treat it like a competition, so I ran back to Sonic and his friends. Guys, there's something I need to warn you about. I told them as I sat down at their table, catching my breath.
Whoa, are you okay, Jessica? What's wrong?
It's Jade and Veronica, who are now my ex-friends. They were filming you because they wanted to show the government, and they are willing to take the risk thinking that all of this hiding was unnecessary. Of course, I disagree with them. I don't know how to stop them either. I tried explaining everything to them, but they wouldn't listen to reason. I have a plan, but I'll only do it with your consent, Sonic. I want to film your performances at the showcase tomorrow night, and maybe use it later once we figured out a plan so the risk of you being dissected is no longer an issue. You see, I want to end that problem with the government, but not at the risk of your life either.
I think that's a brilliant idea. We wanted to end the tension too.
Sonic said in agreement and we shook hands respectively. Then we finished our lunch and left for our classes.
Jade's point of view.
It was right after school and me and Veronica found Sonic. Okay, time to get really serious. We need to provoke Sonic on camera. I told Veronica as she got her phone out and ready, but then she paused and glared at me.
Wait, what? Are you crazy? You'll get hurt.
Exactly, Veronica, that's the point of filming it. Hey, Sonic, I said to get Sonic's attention as we walked up to him.
What do you want, Jade?
Oh, just this, I said right before punching him in the face. He recovered quickly, unsurprisingly. He then stared daggers at me, which meant my plan was working.
How dare you? Who do you think you are?
You don't have the guts, I taunted, trying to push him even further.
Huh? Oh, no, not again!
Sonic said in a distressed panic as he looked down at himself in horror at seeing the lightning, which caught me off guard.
Sonic's point of view.
I can't believe this just happened, but for some reason, I couldn't calm my power down enough to shut it off. This just made my panic worse, which was leading my powers to become more unstable and powerful. Please stop! I don't have full control over this power yet. The few times I had been able to control it, like with Eggman and Jessica, are flukes at this point. I begged warningly as I continued trying to calm myself down, but to no avail, and I knew my eyes were even turning electric blue and luminescent again, which meant this was getting really bad.
This is why the government should know about you. You're a danger to everyone because your power isn't stable. Not even you, the owner of the power, can control it.
Jade said viciously, but in a way that made her sound like she was the one in the right since a crowd was surrounding us as seeing the scene unfold. So I did the only thing I could do to keep myself from hurting someone by accident. I had an emotional breakdown in tears. However, this one was the opposite version of the incident that caused all of this to happen in the first place with the baseball field. Back when I was all alone.
Okay, Veronica, you can shut off the phone now.
Jade said as they finally left me alone, but I still couldn't stop sobbing.
Oh, Sonic, shh, it's going to be alright. It's over, and we're here for you.
Jessica, of all people, said softly as she carefully hugged me out of comfort. Then I finally was able to regain my composure and stand back up. Thanks, Jessica. That means a lot coming from you, I said genuinely as I hugged her back in gratitude.
It's the least I could do after what I did a month ago.
I know a way to cheer us up. Why don't we go to your house so Jessica can meet Coco?
Marina suggested reassuringly, which made me smile again. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it, I declared. Then we started heading to my house. When we finally made it to my house, I was a little nervous about bringing my friends over without telling Donut Dad and Pretzel Mom. However, this was very last minute, so there wasn't much I could do about that. Hi, Pretzel Mom, I'm home and I hope you don't mind, but I brought my friends over. I called out as I ran into the living room with my friends behind me, only to be greeted by Ozzy. Hey, Ozzy, did you have a nice day? I asked happily, feeling a lot better already. Ozzy just looked at me like crazy in response, which was enough to tell me it was a yes. Okay, Ozzy, please calm down, I said as he did so.
Hey, Sonic, and don't worry, you can bring them over anytime. So, how was your day?
Pretzel Mom asked as she walked over to us. Well, it was another mixed bag, but nothing I couldn't handle thanks to having these amazing friends right here to have my back, I replied confidently.
Well, from the looks of things, I see you and Jessica made amends, am I right?
Yep, she even helped me during those bumpy moments of the day, I replied happily. Then Pretzel Mom got a serious and protective look on her face.
So what exactly happened during those bumpy moments?
Well, do you remember Jade and Veronica? Well, they caused both incidents. You see, Jessica found out they'd been spying on me with their phone cameras to expose me to the government about me still being here on Earth. Right after school, they cornered me into instinctively activating my electricity power by punching me in the face. It was absolutely terrifying because no matter what I tried, I couldn't power my electric form down. I was so overwhelmed by the panic, I collapsed sobbing, and for some reason, that's how I was able to power down the electricity flowing through my quills and even my eyes. Then they stopped recording and left. I explained thoroughly just when I came to remember something important about that and gasped in realization. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. They were recording the whole thing. They could do something awful with that footage. What am I gonna do? I added as the realization slowly came into my brain, making my dread increase.
Oh my gosh, I'm afraid he's right, guys. This means they lied to my face when they were talking to me at lunch earlier today. They said they are just trying to prove that hiding from the government wasn't necessary, because he wasn't that kind of threat. I know, because them trying to prove you're dangerous, filming it like they did after school proves it. So do you realize what this means? They want Sonic to be hurt by the government or worse.
Okay, that's it. We need to get Tom involved in this stat. I'll be right back. I need to call him now.
Pretzel Mom said with deadly seriousness as she pulled out her phone and dialed Donut Dad's number. I remembered why I brought my friends over and turned to Jessica. I guess I'll have to make this quick, guys. So Jessica, follow me and you can meet Coco the Hedgehog, I said as I gestured for Jessica to follow me. Then we went into my cave and went over to Coco's tank. I put my hand down into the tank so Coco could walk onto my hand. Well, Jessica, meet Coco, I announced dramatically as I showed her Coco as she was securely standing on my hand.
Oh, she's so awesome and precious,
Jessica said as she gently petted Coco. Then Coco started making this popping noise in pleasure.
Oh, she's purring. I guess she likes me.
Oh, so that's what Earth Hedgehogs sound like when they are purring, I said excitedly as my tail wagged again.
Yep, wait a minute. You were specifically saying Earth Hedgehogs. Do yours sound different?
Yeah, it's more like a cat. It seems to happen when my ears are scratched, I explained sheepishly.
Oh, really? Do you mind if I...
Sure, go right ahead if you're that curious, I said playfully. Then she proceeded to scratch me behind the ears, which caused me to start purring intensely.
Whoa, you've been so tense since after that school incident, haven't you? And I could tell, so I'm glad I thought of this. It seems to be helping by the way you're purring and how relaxed your face is right now.
Thanks for that, Jessica. It actually felt really nice. So, how could you tell I was tense from just scratching the back of my ears? I asked in fascinated curiosity once she finished.
I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I could feel that your ears were tense, which means you were tense all throughout your body, as I began to scratch them. It's no wonder you purr when you're scratched there.
Then Coco climbed onto my shoulder, nuzzling my neck.
It looks like she could sense your uneasiness and fear about what they will do with that video. She really does care for you a lot, huh?
Oh, why thank you, Coco. You and Jessica are great friends, I said in joy as I allowed Coco to climb up and walk back into her tank. Thanks again, Coco. Well, we better head back downstairs and see how the situation is going, I said with a seriousness I haven't felt since I sent Eggman to the Mushroom Planet. We arrived back downstairs to see Donut Dad enter the house.
Alright, I went over to their houses and it turns out they are not planning to send that footage anytime soon, but just in case their parents took away their phones.
Donut Dad said reassuringly, and we were all able to breathe after that. Thanks, Donut Dad. You're the best adoptive dad I could ever have asked for, I said as I hugged him tightly.
No problem, son. After all, we are family now, and family is the most important thing.
Then I turned to my bandmates. You guys ready to practice for the showcase? I asked enthusiastically, to which they all nodded very enthusiastically back. Great, because I know the perfect place where we can do it. Just let me get 2 of my rings and we'll head to Joey's house so we can bring his drum set with us, I told them right before dashing to my cave and grabbed 2 rings and slipping them and grabbed 2 rings and slipping them securely into my shoes so I won't lose them before we even get to use them. Alright, I got the rings. Are you guys ready to go? I asked my bandmates, who all cheered happily. You know, Jessica, we would love for you to come with us, but I want to keep the song selections a surprise until tomorrow night. Hope you don't mind, but trust me, the wait will be worth it. I told Jessica honestly and reassuringly.
I completely understand, and I agree it will be worth the wait.
Jessica said happily as she left the house and headed back home. Then we went to Joey's house and found his drum set. Are you guys ready to see my portal rings in action or what? I asked excitedly as I pulled out one of the rings.
You bet we are. Let's go.
Then I opened the portal to my old cave. Alright, let's go before it closes, I said hastily as I went through the portal and they followed suit.
Whoa, what is this place, Sonic?
Marina asked me curiously as they looked around. Well guys, welcome to my old cave, the very one I lived in for my first 10 years on Earth. I wanted to find a new use for it because I've lived here for a decade. I can't just abandon it for good. Besides, listen to the acoustics. It's perfect for what we need. Don't you agree?
Totally. This is brilliant, Sonic.
Joey said in excited agreement as we all set up our instruments.
Well then, let's get practicing for we need to be ready by tomorrow night.
Yeah, let's do this, I said enthusiastically.
Jade's point of view.
It was late at night and I heard my parents going to sleep. So I took that as my cue to grab my laptop and put it into its carrying case. Then I headed to Veronica's house. Once I got there, I knocked on Veronica's bedroom window. Thank goodness it was on the first floor.
Jade, what are you doing here at this time at night?
I have my laptop here. Before they took my phone, I uploaded my footage to my laptop. Please tell me you did the same with your footage, especially that last piece, because it's the most vital at this point. I explained in a harsh whisper as I entered her bedroom by climbing through the window.
You're very lucky I did. I almost thought about deleting it. I really don't want to do this anymore.
What? But we're a team. You're the only friend I have left. Don't do this, I said as this truly hurt me to hear.
Alright, you don't have to pile it on, good grief. Let's just get it over with, okay?
Veronica said reluctantly as we opened our laptops and prepared to send our footage to the government.
Alright, it's ready to be sent now. So do we send it now or after the showcase tomorrow night?
Fine, we'll do it after the showcase, only for you because you brought that question up in the first place. I said, then I left her house and got back into my room before my parents could notice and went back to sleep with a satisfied look on my face.